Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
These are the dark holes I fell into this week. This week we got the Bowel Movement Bandit, guys. Dude, we'll get into it. Don't worry. It's just exactly what it sounds like. The Bowel Movement Bandit. The turd. Bandit. But he's a bandit of pooping. He's pooping and then people's shit, dude. Then we got King Charles, alpha dog King Charles, dude. This guy ate up my algo this week. He one video, I was like, who's this guy? And then it just started being like video. They were like, you're into alpha dog Charles, and I am. I can't deny it. Then we got a write-in says I couldn't have sex for 2 years unless Toy Story 3 was on. Okay, we got a ladyboy one in here as well too. Got ladyboys. Every time I have sex with liberal women, would you let a chick pee in your belly button? We got some good write-ins. You guys have been fucking juicy on the write-ins, guys. All today on Dark Holes. All right, guys, the Bowel Movement Bandit. Okay, this guy was active. Oh, Jorge, can you pull up whatever documents you can find on the Bowel Movement Bandit? I think I did. I dug up everything I could. There's actually a picture. I couldn't get the picture in here, but get his picture. We got to see this guy's face. So we like to talk about poop over here at Dark Holes. We're a poop forward company. I don't know if we're not a company. But we're a poop first, a poop aligned media platform. There he is shitting. Look at this guy. You can't really see his face. You can't get too good of an outline. You got a blur a bit. Like if I saw this guy in public, I wouldn't be able to pick him out. He has a generic look, this guy, which is what you want if you're a bandit. You don't want to look like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Dude, that was something that was funny thing that when Tekashi 6ix9ine was he was going to trial or he was snitching on people and they were like, they're going to put him in the witness protection program. It's like the guy has rainbow hair and the number 6ix9ine tattooed on his forehead. What, you think people are going to be like, oh no, that's Jonathan 6ix9ine. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? He's not getting away with anything. This guy though, the poop bandit, the bowel movement bandit, this guy could get away with a lot of stuff because it's hard to sort of pull this guy out. Now, what he did, dude, this guy between the years of 2012 and 2015, like many serial offenders, he has an active period. Serial killers, I don't know any other serial, I guess you could have like a serial assaultist. Whatever. I guess some people do things in a serial fashion. But killer's the most popular one. But he is a serial shitter. Serial public shitter in an offensive way, dude. This guy was active between the years 2012 and 2015 in Akron, Ohio, dog. Jorge, bring me up some facts about Akron, Ohio. What's going on in that little shithole place? Other than this guy shitting on cars, dude. This is funny because I think for this entire time I was out of Canada. I was in Mexico for this entire, actually no, the tail end of it, I was back in Canada. But I was in Mexico for a good chunk of this. So I'm not trying to suss out and say this was me, but I'm just saying that me and the poop bandit have never been in the same place at the same time. Ever, dude. What you got on Akron, my guy?
Akron is the home to the first established toy company in America, the Akron Toy Company, and they made marbles.
Marbles?
AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, was founded in Akron in 1935.
Okay, so there was a time when Akron, Ohio was kind of cooking. They had the first toy factory, and they had a serious alcohol problem, and they built it all there. There's also, I think it's Dayton, Ohio. I was in Dayton, Ohio. They call that place the Crossroads because there's all these different, there's a bunch of highways that go all over America that all meet in Dayton, Ohio, and it's a huge place for drug trafficking. I don't know if you guys know that about old Dayton, Ohio. Nothing good goes on in Ohio. We've established that for a long time, dude. I got my car stolen in Ohio, my rental car in Cleveland, left in a parking garage, came back. I was with a lady who I just porked, and it was the morning after, and she was like, wait, you don't remember you parked? And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure this car is gone, dude. And I think that lady also gave me chlamydia, or I gave her chlamydia and she didn't tell me. I can't remember what the final thing was, but I know that I tested positive for chlamydia and I made a video about it. And then she messaged me being like, haha, you finally, yeah, I know, or something like that. Like, you found out. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, after I hooked up with you, I got tested and I had chlamydia. And I was like, why didn't you tell me? And she was like, oh, I just thought you would figure it out eventually. I was like, that's fucking crazy, dude. If you are out there and you test positive for the chlamyds, you tell the person, dog. You go tell the person. Because it's fucking chlamyds, dude. It's a few pills and you're done. But anyways, this guy was active in Akron, Ohio, shitting in cars, dude. And what he would do is, if the car was locked, he would shit on the hood, or he would shit on the handles. He would smear the shit on the car a little bit. He would shit in he would try to make the shit as visible or as uncomfortable, or he wants the shit to inconvenience you in some way. But if you left your car unlocked, by golly gee, would this guy shit in your car, dude. This guy would take a fucking hot steam, open the door, shit in the... I don't know if we got full confirmation. Jorge, can you dig this up for me? I did read about this, but I couldn't confirm whether or not it was he was shitting in passenger seats or driver seats. Shitting in the passenger seat is one thing. If you shit in someone's passenger seat, you go, hey, I want you to take this little guy home with you. I want you to, you're going to have to come in, and you're going to have to come in with a bag or something and scoop this thing out. Then you're going to have to get your car detailed and washed.
In the passenger seats.
The passenger seats. So there is a little bit of respect with this guy. Because if you shit in someone's driver's seat, they have to, they're going to do their best to clean that shit out. But then they have to sit in a little bit of, maybe you put a plastic bag over it, but you have to jerry rig something over your seat so you're not sitting in some strange dude's shit, what's left over from, or you clean the seat. I'm not saying you just sit down on the shit that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you would grab a bag, pull the shit out, maybe you grab paper towels, you clean the shit. Maybe you're in a rush, dude. Could you imagine you get off work, you just worked your 9 to 5, and you stayed a little bit late because your boss needed something for you? It's 5:38, and you're rushing out. You're I got to pick up my kid from soccer practice. And there's human shit in the driver's seat? Oh, that's rude, dude. So this guy had a little bit more respect for the human beings in there. He wasn't shitting in the driver's seat. He was shitting in the passenger seat. But in total, over this 3-year period, he hit 19 parked cars, pooping in them, okay? And so 19 divided by 3, what is that? 19 divided by 7, 6, it's 6.3. 6.3 cars a year he was shitting in. Shitting in or on, depending on how good you are about locking your car doors. Lock your car doors, by the way, guys. Lock your fucking car doors. The worst thing that can happen to you is that whole thing of someone laying in the back seat of your car and then they spring up and then they fucking murder you with a hatchet. That happened in, what's that movie? The Batman. What's his fucking name? The Riddler. He hangs out in the back of a guy's car and then he beats him with some kind of mallet or something like that, I think. And then does he tape him tape his hands to the car or something like that? Or no, does he put a bomb on his neck? Spoilers for the Batman. Great movie. Go watch it, dude. The Batman rules. And then the next one is delayed indefinitely. Who knows? It might not even come out. Did you see the Batman, Jorge?
The Robert Pattinson one?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's so good, dude. You gotta see that one, dude. It has the fucking Clive Owen as the fat guy, the Penguin. Hey, I'm fucking walking here. Kind of New York fat guy. It's great, dude. But yeah, the reason that we have this picture of the Bowel Movement Bandit is because he hit one car 7 times. So the thing that goes with this is some people were hit multiple times. It seems that this guy wasn't doing this as some sort of prank or some sort of like Joker-esque, I just want to see the world burn. Because I could believe a shit bandit would take that approach. They would see cars, they would have the bowel movement, they go, I shit in a car. Maybe they shit in a car once, and they get away with it. And then they just go, I'm going to just start shitting in cars all over the place. I'm going to shit in this car. I'm going to shit in that car. I'm going to shit in 6.5 cars, 6.3 cars a year, which makes you think these are the ones that were reported. How many people did he shit in the car? And they go, what am I going to call the cops about this? Someone, and especially if someone shit on the hood of my car, if I lock the car and someone shits on the hood, apparently he shit through a sunroof too. You left the sunroof open, he climb up there and shit up there, which is that must be the highest risk one. Because if you're shitting in the passenger seat, you open the door, you have the cover, dude. It's like a cover-based shooter, so people can't really see what you're doing. If you're shitting on the hood of a car, not as good, but you're not high up. You're shitting through the sunroof, and people point. People go, what's that guy doing up there? He's doing something creepy up there. And it's shitting in your car, dude. Also, shitting through the sunroof has to be the worst of them all. Because he's shitting into your car, but it's also going to splat. And it's going to fucking... Because you got to imagine a guy who is the bowel movement bandit. He's not taking good shits. For one, he lives in Akron, Ohio in the 2010s. This guy, he doesn't have access to probably even leafy greens. I don't know when they got leafy greens in Akron, Ohio, but it wasn't in the 2010s. They definitely didn't have avocados. I think most of what you could consume in Akron, Ohio was MSG and high fructose corn syrup. That's what they had. You had a spoonful of high fructose corn syrup and you sprinkled a little MSG on it and then you ate it. That's all they were eating in Akron, Ohio. That's confirmed, dude. That's confirmed right now. And so this guy was taking diarrhea shits through a sunroof, splattering it all over your shit. And you can't, what do you do? Now you got to splatter shit on your, let's say you're driving manual on the shifter. Horrible. Most people are doing automatic. Still, it's like, what do you put a glove on and then you go, I got to drive this. Or you're going to spend 2-3 hours cleaning. I don't want to do that job. I want to get someone else to do that job. I want to go, once this became national news, I would have loved to go to a detail shop and be like, yo, he got me. And they'd be like, oh, whoa, it's going to be a little extra to human shit. And we go, I'd be like, I don't care, dude. Clean this thing, detail this fucking car. Please, dude. Please. But yeah, one lady got hit 7 times. So that makes you think either he saw the car and he went, oh, I know that car's always unlocked, or where she was parking was a hot spot for him or something. Or what seems more likely, 7 times one car, she's targeted. She crossed the bowel movement pooper in some way. What way that was, we'll never know. The craziest part about this story, I'll spoil the ending, this guy was never caught. They never tracked him down. We have his picture here today. This is one of the greatest cold cases of all time. Apparently, the police had tons of leads. They never chased it down. But it's hard to have energy to chase down the bowel movement bandit when your whole diet is high fructose corn syrup and MSG. So they didn't have the energy, dude. If we had gotten some ramen packs, maybe a couple carrots up to Akron, Ohio, they probably would have tracked this guy down. Now, in this day and age, if anyone's listening to Dark Holes right now and they're familiar with this story and maybe they live in the Akron, Ohio area and it's this little bit of a famous thing, if you have any tips, please, I would love to say call in, but we don't have a number. Write in. Oh, Jorge, if they were going to write in, where would they write into?
I think the easiest way to be to you.
To me.
Yeah.
Write into me and do it on Instagram. Find my Instagram, Che Durena, Chedurena. If you have any tips or information on the Bowel Movement Bandit who was active between 2012 and 2015, he could still be out there. Let's bring up his picture again, Jorge. Let's see, we got a picture of this guy, and the reason they got the picture is because the person whose car he should. Oh my God, dude! He's shitting right on the hood, dude. Make it a little bigger for me. Make it a little bigger. My eyes are so bad. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. Poop Bandit. Oh, those are all the areas he hit. He was pretty. He had a pretty wide. I mean, that's like we're looking at like from end to end. That has to be like what, a 3-mile radius of him shitting. So this guy probably. You think he's got a car? You think this guy has a car himself?
Oh yeah, I think the easiest way would be to drive somewhere and then walk a couple blocks over, so that way you don't get your car identified.
Yeah, and then shit, and then take off. Okay.
And then at least this was like the early 2010s before Ring cameras became popular.
Yeah. The only reason they have this is because the one chick who got hit so many times, her dad set up a camera and captured footage of this shit bandit. And you can see him like looking over at the camera, dude. For some reason, this girl either rejected him, broke his heart. I'm thinking someone who is this unwell that he's continuously shitting on her car. I think she didn't do anything seriously bad. I think maybe he asked for her number and she was like, no, thank you. And he was like, oh, what? You don't fucking blah. And that was like his breaking point. He had been rejected time and time again. And then he just put it all on this one woman and shit on her car multiple times. That's my guess. Or this is just what people do in Akron, Ohio, okay? But yeah, dozens of leads. No one has ever sussed this guy out. So I am like putting it on the back burner. It's not right in front of me right now. This is not something that I'm going to like give up my career for or put ahead of like comedy or any of the other things that I have to do. But that being said, I will, like, let's say crazy scenario. Something happens in my life and in the next 5 years I'm like a multi-millionaire and there's no need to work anymore. I will take the time that I used to put into work and I will put it into tracking down the Bowel Movement Bandit from Akron, Ohio. I will do it. I will find him and I'll interview him. I won't arrest him. What am I going to arrest him? I don't have that authority. But I would love to get him on the record explaining himself. We have the picture. We have, like, now with AI, dude, with AI, we could punch that in. We could find that dude. Can you do a reverse image search on this guy? Jorge, do you know do a reverse image search? We did that on Zach's podcast earlier. I didn't realize that's just a thing. Do you just Google reverse image search? Is that what you do?
I know there's like one website specifically that a lot of people use to find like porn doppelgangers.
Okay.
I learned that from my 4chan days. R.I.P.
Okay, R.I.P. Rip.
But yeah, I'll try and I'm pretty sure it's just gonna come up with a lot of these or people in beanies.
Yeah, probably a lot of people in beanies. Give me like a reverse image search of people in. Can you geolocate? Can you do like reverse image search Akron, Ohio, this guy's picture? We have the data now. AI will help us crack this case. AI, everyone's afraid of it. People think it's going to take your jobs. It will. That's the thing, is AI will take your fucking jobs so fucking fast, dude. It's going to decimate the workforce in America. And what happens after? Do we start eating each other? Maybe. I don't know. We're not. Maybe it's a beautiful, bright utopia where no one ever gets sick anymore because we have AI doctors that can cure you instantly. They can understand all your maladies off of like a little drop of blood. But what the best benefit of AI will be tracking down this dude who shit on people's cars between the years of 2012 and 2015, guys. That's what we're really wanting to use this technology for. How's it? Are we having any luck, Jorge?
No, lots of like the same image, just in like different cropping, you know. But
not a lot of data. Not
Not enough. Yeah.
There's not a lot of data on this guy, dude.
No, because it's like a screenshot of like a shitty video or picture or whatever. So
yeah, so we don't have the fucking info. We don't have the info. We don't have the data, dude. So this guy, just so you know, Bowel Movement Bandit, your days are numbered. I mean, not as like a free man or as like a living person. Usually when someone says your days are numbered, it means they're going to kill you. It means until I figure out who you are and interview you. That's what your days are numbered for. And you can keep your identity secret if you want. I won't put that out there. All right, guys, let's do a palate cleanser. palate cleanser. I don't even remember what this palate cleanser is. Jorge, surprise me. Surprise me with the palate cleanser. Give it to me. Okay, hold on. Before we do this, I just want to say, guys, I often talk about how I do not condone people making like public content that just it's like harassment. It's basically harassment content. There's a ton of like harassment content that's out right now for two reasons. One, because I don't think you should just harass people for content. It just seems like rude, especially people working like fast food and stuff. Like I feel like they're getting the worst of it. Like someone who works at a Best Buy, someone comes in with like a jock strap on and then films. They're like, "Hey, you want to touch my jock strap?" And they just harass like a 22-year-old dude who's like, "Man, I need this job so bad. Like, please just leave me alone." And then they make so much money off of that. And that's the other thing is like you should have to pay the person who you like harass in the video. That just makes sense because they're in the they're the best part of the content is the reaction from the person. And so I don't condone this stuff, but this one is so good. After saying everything I just said, oh, this one is so good. A guy puts on a pickle costume and he goes into places and he plays the bagpipes and he's like, "Is this a pipe zone?" And it's like, dude, what? It's so, I hate the bagpipes so much. So like this would fucking send me. I remember one time I was, it was like maybe like 7:30 in the morning, maybe 8:30 in the morning. And I was hungover as fuck. And you know when you get drinker's dawn and you wake up way before you should wake up, you're like, "I've only been asleep for 3 hours and I'm bolting awake right now." And then across the street, a guy was playing the bagpipes. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I live in a city, dude. You can't play bagpipes on just a fucking city block in New York City. Are you fucked, dude? You know how many people are listening to that fucking it's like, shut the fuck up. But that being said, this is so funny, dude. All right, show me the pipe zone. Show me the pipe zone.
Pickle Pete, I'm here outside Papa's Pizza and Roast Beef. We're gonna figure out if it's a pipe zone or not. No way to pipe in here?
No one can pipe in here.
Papa's Pizza's not a pipe zone. Pickle Pete, I'm here outside Papa's Pizza and Roast Beef. We're gonna figure out if it's a pipe zone or not.
It's so stupid, dude. It's so, like, the people are like, "No, please, no." And he's like, "Not a pipe zone?" Like, it's just so, oh my God. Yeah, don't do that. I know I'm, like, more people are going to do it because I put that video, like, because I showed it. That's not how you get people not to do stuff. You ignore it. That's if you don't, but that one's so funny, dude. Don't do that, though. Don't do that. But that one is so funny. It's so funny, dog. He's just dressed as a fucking pickle. Every bit of it. And they're like, "No, please, no, please. God, no, dude." But don't do that to people, man. Don't do that to people in a red state, too. Because they might shoot you. And deservingly so. I think you can shoot a man if they come onto your property with a bagpipe. I think that's a deadly weapon. I think you should be able to not kill. You shouldn't be able to shoot to kill. You should be able to shoot them with like rock salt or something, or one of those beanbag guns, like one of those non-lethal things that cops use. Little copies out there arresting people. But like rubber bullets, the beanbag thing, the hose. You should be able to hose a fucker like the fireman hose, like, or the jet hose that's on the truck and shit. You should be able to smack a motherfucker with that if they come onto your property and play bagpipes. Just fucking goosh, and they go flying back. I don't think pepper spray or mace. That's a little too mean. But you should be able to do, like, any sort of auditory attack, too. I know they have weird speakers that they can blast you with. You should be able to do that, too. All right, guys. What's going on with me? Guys, if you want the Gas Digital exclusive episode, and you want access to the Gas Digital, or not the Gas Digital, the Dark Holes Discord, and you want fucking more exclusive stuff outside of our exclusive episode, and we're gonna, Jorge, do we have like a way for exclusive only people to write in yet? Do we have that?
Yeah, so anybody who uses the promo code,
Yeah.
we can contact them and they can exchange with us.
Sick, dude. Anyone who uses the promo code, that's how you're going to write in. You get exclusive rights on writing in. Well, not fully, because right now I'm taking a lot of them from, I'm just going to be transparent with you guys. A lot of them come from Instagram because I need to farm enough write-ins for the episode. But if you do write in on the exclusive app, you will, or on with the offer code on Gas Digital, you get priority. You get pushed to the front of the line, and then one day it'll only come from the exclusive stuff. So, yeah, that's how it works. You get pushed to the front of the line. Sick. Okay, this week on the episode, we have Christopher Coleman, who he basically makes these like blazers that he decorates that he makes narratives with. They're very bizarre, and it's one of the most bizarre dark holes I've ever fell down.
My name is Olivia Chase, and my motto in life has always been, you only live once. And that's the name of tonight's fix.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Then we got Nash5 Tigum. This guy has just been posting awesome knockout highlights. Oh my God, they titillate my balls. This Uber Eats guy is just, and hopefully there's probably like a burrito bowl in the back of that thing that's just getting tossed around, dude. And his backpack is just getting loosely flailed. And then we got to write in about a chlamydia outbreak in a prison, a men's prison. A men's prison had a chlamydia outbreak. This is what someone wrote in with, which sounds awesome. Also, guys, remember, follow me, fucking idiots. If you guys are listening to the podcast and you haven't hit the follow button, hit that follow button right now, and then that'll you'll know. Every time I go, I put up a new episode. We got a 5-star review of the week. This one doesn't have a 5-star in it. There was some other ones that were 5 stars, but I just like the way this one is. Che, loving all these dark holes we explore weekly. I do believe Jason Vest would be the perfect man to have on the podcast. Jason is the definition of a dark hole. Please, for the love of God, get this black hole on podcast. It says on podcast. He meant to say on the podcast, I think. Can you look up who Jason Vest is? Who the fuck is Jason Vest? Because I've never heard of this guy before in my life, but apparently some of the fans are eager for me to talk about him on the pod and maybe even have him on the pod as a guest. Now that we have been breaking the ice on guest with the Jamie and Emily episode, which you guys seem to like quite a bit. A lot of people were like, yeah, this is good shit. A lot of people are getting juicy on it.
So he seems to be a comedian.
Okay, let me.
He's an Austin comic,
Oh.
and he does some fun videos of all kinds.
Oh, I think I've met this guy. Let's see. Is that him with his curly hair? Yeah, I think I've met this guy. Okay, maybe we will get Jason Vest on. I think I'll go down to Austin in the fall. I'll end up down there. You don't want to go in the summer. It's already too late to go to Austin in terms like in my books. Not in long term, but it's too late to go. Whenever I go to Austin, it's for like a short time to just do a bunch of spots. But now it's like going to be so hot, so I got to wait for the fall. Wait for the fall. Wait for things to cool off. 5-5 challenge or health check-in, guys. Of the 5-5, I haven't drank. I haven't, since the last step, definitely. I haven't drank. I haven't watched porn. I watched porn one time. But I've watched porn once in like last 6 weeks, which is pretty good. No, not 6 weeks. Past 3 weeks. No, not even. 2 weeks. Okay, we corrected that. So no porn for 2 weeks, no booze for a while. No nicotine has been great, no gluten, and what was the other one? I always forget what the other one is. Porn, gluten, nicotine, booze.
Sugar.
Was it sugar? I don't think it was sugar. It wasn't gluten. Did I say gluten already?
Yeah, he said gluten.
What the fuck was it? It was 5. Porn. Nicotine, gluten, booze. Was it weed? I don't think it was weed because I never smoke weed.
No.
What was guys? How am I forgetting? It's my own challenge that I made up. What was it? what was the other one that was caffeine? I haven't had caffeine. Actually, that's not true. I've been taking these rhodiola pills that have caffeine in, but I haven't had a coffee. They have 70 milligrams of caffeine in them, and I've taken them not every day, but I've taken probably since the last podcast, maybe 3 days I've taken them. But I've been taking those because they're apparently supposed to be, I've never taken Adderall and stuff like that. Actually, no, I have taken Adderall, but I've never been prescribed Adderall. But it's supposed to be an alternative to ADHD medication, which some people have said I do have ADHD. So I've been taking these caffeine rhodiola combos to help me lock in and focus, dude. Okay, that was what the Genius pills are too. Okay, gaming, dude. We got a new main in Marvel Rivals. We're playing Venom a ton, dude. I put in too many hours in on Venom, and I actually I stayed up way too late, but I was gaming with the boys, and we were fucking shooting the shit and sharing some stories, and so it was a good time. It was a good fucking hangout. One of my buddies asked me, he doesn't play video games. I was like, oh, I stayed up so late playing games, and he was like, oof. And I was like, yeah, but it was like me and my boys, and he went, is that the best? And I was like, yeah, it's the best. Just the boys fucking hanging out, just fucking ripping some games. It fucking rules, dude. But yeah, Marvel Rivals, because Venom, they got me, dude. They had the orange Venom skin that was it was $2.99. They had a skin for $2.99, and it also came with a costume coin so I could buy another skin afterwards. Oh my God. And it came with a bunch of sprays and stuff too. I could not resist. I spent a little bit of money on Marvel Rivals, not a ton, but I bought one season pass, and this thing, I've probably spent about $11 on it so far. That's all they've gotten out of me, which isn't for the amount of time I've put in that game, which is probably like 200 hours, to $11 for 200 hours of enjoyment. I think that's a good exchange. I think that's a good trade, you know? But yeah, so Venom is the new guy who I'm getting pretty good with Venom. I'm getting pretty good. I've gotten a few MVP performances out of Venom, and I like it. Guys. Oh, and I've been practicing my Spanish pretty good. I cut down how much I've been doing it every day, but I've been consistent every day. And I've been going for walks in the park and then just doing my Duolingo. And it's a nice little way to start the day. Get out and get some sunshine on your face and see some plants. I like it. Apparently I'm supposed to spend more time in nature. That's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Okay, tour dates. We got Dallas, Texas, May 28th through 31st. Montreal, July 16th to 26th. Appleton, Wisconsin, September 5th to 6th. Skankfest, November 14th to 16th. North Carolina, November 28th to 30th. New Mexico, December 12th to 13th. All tickets available at CheDurena.com. All right, guys, we're going to get into our next topic of the day, King Charles. So if you guys aren't familiar with King Charles, I think it is a kennel in Mongolia where they have a bunch of these dogs, and there's a whole lore that's running around the what's going on with King Charles. Okay, let's watch the first one that's called Takedown. We'll watch this, and then I'll give you sort of a breakdown of what I understand in the lore. I had to watch a lot of bullshit videos. Not bullshit. I enjoyed them all. I shouldn't call them bullshit videos. But I guess videos that aren't really adding anything to my intelligence or well-being as a person. I'm just learning about a dog kennel in fucking Mongolia. But this guy, look at how this guy operates. So all these dogs, they're all pissed. They're chewing at each other. There's clearly anarchy in the kennel. Everyone's trying to establish dominance. One guy's causing a lot of trouble. Then Charles comes in. Look at the dog bow to him. That one guy bows. Charles goes to the troublemaker, and he doesn't bite him, but he just gets on top of him. Like he puts the paw on his neck. Dude. And he just stays there like that. Let's see that one more time. You got to see this guy, how he runs this place with an iron fist. Look, all these dogs are nipping at each other. There's no real sense of order. But here comes order. The dog bows. King Charles comes in. He goes, what are you doing in here? What are you saying? And then he goes, oh my God, Charles, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. And it's the foot on the neck. The foot on the neck is crazy. I've never seen a dog do this before. A dog establish dominance over something like this. This is what Cesar Millan would do. Caesar Milan would get the dog down, and he would like fake do like a paw or like a bite and like hold the dog in place. Dude, if I ever get a dog, I'm gonna King Charles the fuck out of him. I'm gonna walk up on him and I'm like put him on his back and be like, yeah, I'm the alpha in the house, dude, just so you know. Okay, now we gotta look at the top 5 King Charles moments. This is gonna be good too. If you're an audio listener, it just sounds like dogs barking, but just know that you're seeing a dog really fucking run his shit. So this is the one. This is him just standing on people. He will like fully just step on you and be like, no, like I run the shit here, dude. There's nothing you can do. I'm King Charles. And every other dog just fucks off. The way they just collapse, bro. He's kind of like he got preacher energy. When a preacher like throws God at you and then you're like, oh, you fall on the ground. Like these guys, just to everyone. Look at all the other people hanging around. They're just like, oh, I ain't gonna say shit. That is full submission, bro. Oh my God, fully submit to Charles. And then we just saw this one, but it is truly the greatest one. Coming through and being like, no, you have been subjugated. I think I used that word right. Oh my God. Okay, now here's the lore that I understand about King Charles so far. So King Charles, this kennel was out of control. And the dogs were nipping at each other, and then some dogs are biting each other, and then some dogs are fucking each other over. Some dogs are making like gangs and packs, and they're turning on other people, and there's becomes this like hierarchy of chaos. It was very much a war time. Like it's kind of like Game of Thrones before the Targaryens shut everything down. And so King Charles is like a Targaryen kind of figure, minus the madness and the incest. Well, actually, I can't speak to that. He might be mad, and he might be of incest. I don't know. He doesn't seem mad, but he could be from incest. Dogs are from incest sometimes. So I can't speak to that at all. But King Charles came in, and then he really fucking broke this place down. He told everyone where they should go. He established dominance by standing on the people. He became this like big swinging dick where you saw even the Cane Corso, who's probably twice his size, maybe 3 times his size, is completely afraid of him. I don't know if afraid's the right word. Maybe it's respect. It seems like it is a little bit of both. It's a little respect and it's a little fear. People don't want to be on King Charles' bad side. You never really see him fight. But then this is what happened. There's this other dog named Rocky. Rocky was a piece of shit. Rocky was the one who's causing a lot of the shit. Rocky might have been even the guy he stepped on the neck of in the first video. But Rocky was very much doing this like nefarious beta, you know, when like there's always that guy who's like conniving by someone. Like what's that movie where it's like it's Billy the Kid who's killed by the coward someone. You know what I'm talking about?
Tombstone?
Is it Tombstone? What's the no? It's called the whole title of the movie is like Billy the Kid killed by the coward whoever killed Billy the Kid. That's what the whole movie is. What do you got?
Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
There we go. Billy the Kid. Was Billy the Kid even a real character? Is Billy the Kid fictional? I think Billy the Kid might be fictional, and then Jesse James is like a real guy. So, Jesse James, the Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. That is the title of a movie that I've never seen, but I remember it would be like on TNT. They'd be like, tonight at 6, the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. And I just remember it being the wordiest title of a movie I had ever seen in my fucking life, dude. But that's kind of what was that the coward Robert Ford was this other dog in the kennel. This was Rocky. Rocky was very conniving. He was kind of he was trying to pair up with other dogs. He was trying to turn people against King Charles. Rocky was he was a dirty little bastard. And then I think in his sleep or maybe when he wasn't expecting it, Rocky was actually able to attack King Charles and injure him. And then from this injury, King Charles tried to step up to this other dog, which looks like a really hefty, like golden retriever. He looks like a really chubby, like golden retriever, golden lab. He doesn't have the scruffiness of a golden retriever, but he's very lab-like. And he lost. He lost to this dog. And so now the order that was once in the kennel is lost. And now this new dog, who they're calling the Tyrant, has taken over the kennel and is running things not well. It's not in a realm of peace. It's not in a realm of order. It's in a realm of like viciousness and dictatorship. This Tyrant is ruthless to the other dogs, and it almost encourages chaos and encourages combativeness, where when Charles entered, he calmed everyone down. And so this is the new era of what's going on there. Pretty surprising stuff. And so I spent probably 3 hours watching dog videos and learning about this fucking lore, because I was like, I don't know, what the fuck else am I doing with my time? Yeah. So that's what's going on with King Charles, guys. So if you want a little more, enter into it. I think TikTok or Instagram, there's a few dedicated pages that are going on with this. The main dude who like posted stuff is a little bit hard to track down. I don't know if I ever really found his page. I found a couple other pages that were posting like exclusively King Charles content, but it didn't seem like it was the page of the guy who's doing the filming, like the guy who's running the kennel and stuff. I don't know if they have Instagram in like Mongolia or wherever the fuck this is. Guys, let's do a palate cleanser. Palate cleanser time. Let's cleanse the palate, dude. Rinse it off. That's all we need to do. We just need to rinse off our motherfucking palates, dude. I don't even know what this one is. Oh, yeah, this is so good. For the audio listener, this looks like a Best Buy or like maybe like a Walgreens. And it's a worker who's on his phone. He's not paying attention at all to this man who's about to assault him. And then it is instant justice porn. Please play. Grab a dude, push him down, and you're trying to punch him. And then he clips you, and then he goes, let's go boxing. Duck. Dude. Knocks him clean, bro. Oh my God, it's so juicy. Watch it. Watch when he like clues in. He's like boxing time, and he goes whoop, and then he goes, all right, we're gonna go fucking duck, boom. He's like, he's not gonna be ready for this. He's not ready for a duck because he's gonna look down as my head goes down, and he doesn't realize the punch is coming over top right here, and that's gonna knock you, dude. Yeah. Show me again. Oh. No, and then he's like. Shloomp bunk. He doesn't even throw it like while he's down over top. He ducks, comes back up, and then pops him out. Yeah, let's see that. Let's go. He goes, oh, don't want to stand with this guy. Boom. Oh no, he goes this way. He goes to the left, and then the punch comes from the right. Yeah, dude. Oh, dirty. All right, let's get into write-ins. Write-in time, baby. Okay. Our title write-in for the episode is, I couldn't have sex for 2 years unless Toy Story 3 was on. What? What is going on with you guys? Toy Story 3 needs to be playing. I've never been a big guy of like noise in the background. I know some people really like music when they fuck. Sometimes you just leave the TV on. That's a very like classic high school move. You have a girl over like, let's watch a movie. Let's watch a movie is such a fucking funny ploy. No one has ever said, let's watch a movie. And then it leads to just watching a movie. Every movie that a teenage boy has ever told a teenage girl to watch has purely been for the attempted access to pussy. That's only it is the most blatant ploy of all time, dude. No one gives a fuck about movies. We give a fuck about sitting on a couch together at night in dim lighting. That's part of what the appeal is a screen showing like, I don't know, Fight Club. That was a movie I fucked to in high school. What's another movie I fucked to in high school? 300? You want to come over and watch 300? I didn't even know what movies to pitch. Yeah, this girl wants to come over and watch 300, dude. I mean, it worked because, yeah, she knew what was up. She knew that the movie that no one gave a fuck about the movie. She knew that we're just going to try and touch each other's privates, dude. And it was great. You just fucking, that whole like, oh, when you're like super horny as a teenager and you're like making out and just like rubbing each other, those were some of the best jizzes you'll ever have in your life. There's so much built up tension, bro. Like, I remember I was dry humping with my girlfriend and I nutted in my pants. That's like, that'll never happen to me again. I'm too desensitized now. I was so, like, a girl's on top of me and kissing me. Of course I'm going to jizz in my pants, dude. I remember I jizzed on my pants. Like, dude, this is how stupid I was. I had, like, my dick. You know when you put your dick up into, like, the waistband? And I think I was wearing jeans, actually. I might have been wearing sweatpants. And she was on top of me and, like, dry humping me. And then I jizzed onto, like, my stomach. And then I know some got on her jeans. And I went, oh, no, she's going to get pregnant. I thought she was going to get pregnant from the jizz working its way through her fucking denim. What the fuck, dude? But anyways, my point is that background noise that you have of just like the something playing, and then you'd have you'd be watching the movie in the dark because you're watching a movie, and there'd be like this little bit of dim lighting to give you a little bit of security. No one likes an overhead light. Oh my God. I remember there's this one girl that I banged and was like, fucking, it was just, like, I don't want to dogpile on this chick. I mean, she probably will never ever fucking hear this or know that it's even about her. But we went on like 5 dates, I think. No, maybe it was 4. But we went on too many dates. Too many dates. We went on too many dates, guys. And what ended up happening was it was like date 3. I think we're like making out, and it was like, hey, do you want to come back to my place? And she's like, oh, it's just not a good night for me. Because you do date 1 and 2. You do date 1, and she goes like, oh, like, yeah, I'll see it. I would love to see you again. You go, okay, she's not smashing. You do date 3 or date 2, and you go, we're smashing this time. And then she goes, oh, like, like, you want to hang out again? And you go, okay. You go, okay, well, it's going to happen on date 3. So let's just do date 3. And then it doesn't happen on date 3. You go, well, I'm fucking in for a penny. I'm in for a pound, okay? I'm not going to not do date 4. I've spent fucking, $300 at this point. I need to fuck this girl. I need to fuck her, okay? I need to fuck her. And so date 4 comes around, and and we go and do whatever. Maybe I just went over to her place and we like had a couple drinks, and then we go into her room to fuck. And this is when you know someone like is like a novice fucker. They don't really put their pussy out there that much. But she had her only lighting for her room for fucking was the overhead light. Just boom, like a spotlight down on top of both of us. And I was just like, dude, get a fucking salt lamp. Like, what the fuck dude, I remember my roommate, I lived in like this place was actually decent, but my room was shitty. I just had a mattress on the floor, and I had this tall lamp that had just a bare bulb, and I would throw a red t-shirt over it. So it would dim it, but it would give this like orangey, like red color to the room. It was very good for fucking. And also a fire hazard. And I remember my roommate saw me putting the t-shirt over the lamp, and he went, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I need like mood lighting." And he was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can't fucking bright light, dude. You have to like have some type of mood lighting." And he was like, "Whatever." And then like an hour later, I saw him doing the same thing. He was prepping the room, dude. And I was like, you made fun of me." And he was like, "Yeah, it's a good idea." And I was like, He's like, "But not red." He's like, "I'm doing like blue. You got to go blue or green." Like, we were fucking arguing over what the color was. I still stand by red. Red or purple. Those are the go-to. Like, you want like like red. Red's a sexual color, dude. Red, orange, purple. Those are the sex colors, dude. But anyways, what was my point? Oh yeah, this chick just burnt. She just turns on the overhead light, burnt, and it's so bright in the room, and I immediately was like, this is gonna suck. This pussy's gonna suck, dude. This pussy's ass. And then we fucking started making out, and it was whatever. She wasn't a good kisser. And then we banged, and it was mediocre. I know I was like, I don't want to dogpile on this chick, but it was just, I'm sure she's much better now. This must have been, oh my God, at least like 7, 8, 9 years ago or something. This is a long time ago. But I remember just being like, no, what are you doing, dude? Like, but you know, good for her. You know, she doesn't really, she probably hasn't hooked up with a bunch of people. It took her 4 dates just to fuck me. And then I kind of ghosted her after. Because I remember I had like decent fun on the dates, but the pussy was so mid that I was like, I can't go on another date with. See, that's part of the reason why you don't like wait it out. Cause like that, she probably was like, I know she texted me once when she was drunk about me ghosting her and was kind of like, called me a ghost and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't like really, really aggressive, like, fuck you or something. She was just like, kind of like, a little salty, which rightfully so. She got ghosted after a dude fucked her. So rightfully so for her to be a little salty on that. But, yeah, I just remember it was I was asking her, I was like, what do you like? And she was doing the whole like, you know, whatever. Like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, it's not whatever. Like, I remember one girl, this is a different chick. We're hooking up and I was like, what do you like? And we're both naked and I think we're like already fucking at this point. And I'm like, what do you like? And she's like, you can do whatever you want to me. And I was like, can I spit in your mouth? And she went, no! And I went, all right, well, I can't do whatever I want then, I guess. I can't do. Don't make promises you can't keep, guys. Can't do whatever I want. Yeah, all this to get back to, holy shit, we're still on the fucking writing. Oh my God. We went on a fucking tangent there. I couldn't have sex for 2 years unless Toy Story 3 was on. And so I asked him, I was like, yo, can you explain this? I did get a follow-up with this guy. He says, I mean, my ex would constantly play it because all she had was a DVD player and that movie. So the first few times she'd play it to drown out the noise. Oh, okay, whoa. First, that's a red flag right there. Also, I heard a snippet from Bill Burr's podcast. He was reading something. He has write-ins and stuff. And he reads retarded too. And I was like, yes, you can do it. You can be like, read like a 4th grader and it's fine. It's fine. He was like, and you know, then they said, and I'm like, you're doing it slow like me, dog. We're both fucking retarded. I love it, dude. But anyways, to drown out the noise. To drown out the noise is crazy, dude. You can't drown out the noise. What are you talking about? Drown out the noise, dude. No. The noise is the best part. That's part of the reason why I don't really do background music. Probably the background song that has been played most when I'm fucking is the like PlayStation 4 home screen. That like soft, like, I think it's like maybe a harp. I don't know what instrument it is, but that's because I would like play like Netflix on the PlayStation, and then you'd be like, oh, we're fucking, and the show's running, and you just hit like exit. Let's X out of this. It's actually O to go back. O out of it, and then it would be on the home screen. I'm like, this is fine, and then you just fucking fuck with that going on. But yeah, no, the noises. I want to hear the. That's what you want. You don't want to fucking hear you don't want to hear Woody be like, there's a snake in my boot. I want to hear the slapping, the gargling, the spitting, the I want to hear those things. That's the fucking symphony of the body that I should be hearing, dude. I want to hear a queef fucking. I want to hear it all, dude. What are you talking about? Drown out the noise. Then it was kind of just a muscle memory thing, I guess you could call it. Super weird, but it was the only way I could, especially with her, because I started to realize how ugly she was. Oh my God, this took a dark turn. Mind turned off, dick turned on type of thing. So you had like a Pavlovian response to fucking this chick who you didn't even find attractive. You just, but the Toy Story was enough to give you some type of arousal. Huh. I thought you were going to say something, Jorge. I thought you were reaching to the button. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a bummer that you weren't attracted to her. Why did you date her? That's crazy to me. That's like the first, it gets me in the door. Like I'm not gonna go on a date with you if I don't think you're attractive. At least not anymore. I probably did it a lot back in the day just because I would have fucked anything. But yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, no, go on a date with someone who you don't even find attractive and then date them after? Huh. It's a dark turn in your story. Hopefully you're doing better. Okay, let's get to our next write-in. I enjoy watching Asian ladyboy videos because of anal and the position and feminine Asian. Okay. That's just so you know. I know someone's going to clip that, probably, but just so you know, it's a write-in. I'm just reading the write-in, okay? So I'm just reading the write-in. What do you want? That's been okay. This is 2 weeks in a row. So this one I think was from last week and left over, but I wanted to address it. But we got in like 3 or 4. It was definitely at least 2, but I think it was 3. It might have been 4. All just about ladyboys and femboys going on. What did I ask you last week, Jorge? Do you have any interest in ladyboys or femboys?
We discussed them, but you didn't ask me my preference.
Yeah, this float in your world at all?
Not really, nah.
No, me neither, dude. Me neither. The ladyboys, the femboys. I enjoy watching Asian ladyboy videos because of the anal and the position and the feminine Asian. See, I don't know why you wouldn't just watch like Asian anal, like with a woman. Like what? Like all the pieces here. All of the pieces could be found with a chick. You're like, I want them to be feminine. I want them to be Asian. I want anal. You can type that into the bar, and that will produce that for you. I understand that if you're watching an Asian ladyboy, that she only has an asshole, so there's no possibility of pussy. Maybe you're grossed out by it going in the pussy. That could be a part of it, which it only brings you closer to being super gay. If you're grossed out by pussy, then definitely super gay. This is like in the realm of pretty gay. Like, I don't know. It's like, isn't there like can you look this up for me, Jorge? There's like a scale or something. There's like a sliding scale of like straight to gay. There's like a fucking thing. Yeah, it's funny how it goes like this. Straight to gay. But someone made one, like a scientist or something, and he was like, this, everyone falls on this scale. It's like 1 is like you're super straight, 5 is like you're all the way gay, and then, oh, fuck my eyeballs. God damn my shitty eyeballs. Can you read this for me? The Kinsley scale. Okay. Excessively heterosexual is a 0. Mostly heterosexual, only slightly homosexual. That's a 1. 2 is mostly heterosexual, but more than slightly homosexual. 3, equally heterosexual and homosexual. 4, mostly homosexual, but more than slightly heterosexual. 5, mostly homosexual, only slightly heterosexual. 6, exclusively homosexual. That's, yeah, dude. I'm going to fucking start calling people you're exclusively homosexual. It's a pretty fucking funny way to diss someone. You're exclusively homosexual. You're 6 on the Kinsley scale. Hey, dude, look at this. Check this guy out. This guy's a 6 on the Kinsley scale. Dude, scientific diss. Yeah, so that's what we got to start. Because my whole thing is I wanted to like consult a gay person. Is there any gay people who work here? Gay men? No, not inclusive. Fuck this place. There's gay women though. Well, not anymore. She's not gay anymore, right?
Natalie?
Yeah, Natalie has a boyfriend now.
Yeah, that doesn't mean she still doesn't like women though.
I know, but it's like she's wearing a dress and shit. I started wearing a dress today. I was like, what the fuck's going on here, dude? I've only ever seen you in jeans. And you're wearing a fucking dress? Dude, that dick fucking changed your life, dude. Dick fucked her into a dress? That's crazy. She's like, I'm going to a barbecue. I'm like, what the fuck? You're wearing a sundress? Dude, to see her like, that's crazy. She got fucked into femininity. Someone fucking dicked her into. She's gonna be like fucking making bread from scratch soon. Holy shit, dude! She's gonna be like one of those trad wives that's like makes those videos where she's in there like, today my kids wanted Fruit Loops, so I decided I was gonna make Fruit Loops from scratch. That's the kind of shit she's gonna be on soon, dude. I can smell it. But okay. We got to start rating these guys on the Kinsley scale. These Asian ladyboy lichen dudes. So with the information we have, I enjoy watching Asian ladyboy videos. So ladyboy, that already you're ranking a 3, I think. And then we go, because of the anal, that takes you to a 4. The position, I think that's neutral. And the feminine, I'm going to say this guy's a 3.5 on the Kinsley scale. That's what we're going to rate this guy. So what would that, we can do points. I can fucking do a point system on the Kinsley scale. Can you bring it back up for me?
Yeah.
Because 3 was equal.
Yeah, 3 is equal parts, and then 4 is mostly homosexual, but more than slightly heterosexual. So 3.5 would be like
in between right down the middle. So you're a little bit more gay than right down the middle. You're not fully bi, you're a little more gay. And if you go, no, I'm not, I don't know, you're jerking off to chicks who have dicks, dude. And you have the option of vagina. And this isn't a diss. I'm not trying to make you feel bad about it. It's just, it's my job. My job is to rate you on the Kinsey scale. That's my job, dude. I got to do it. All right, we're fucking running out of time over here. Let's see. Oh my God, we got 1, 2, 3 more write-ins. I think we're going to have to do what we've done before. We just got to boot these over to the exclusive app. So it says, every time I have sex with a liberal woman, they try to stick something in my butt. Then there's one, would you let a chick pee in your belly button, asking for a friend? And then this one is thoughts on cougars and cubs on swinging. And I did follow up on this guy, and I was like, are you asking like what my thoughts are, or you want to give your thoughts? And he said, I want your thoughts. Okay, so those are all booted to the exclusive app, guys. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want more Dark Holes content, go to the exclusive episode. And, yeah, go to the exclusive app and fucking... what am I trying to say? I'm blanking. Oh yeah, go to the exclusive app and use offer code Che, or go to fucking gasdigital.com and use offer code Che, and then you can get the whole exclusive lineup and all this shit. It'll be fucking juicy, dog. We're gonna figure out the write-in shit super soon. You get a write-in priority. You're gonna get an extra episode. You'll get access to the Discord, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking sick. All right, bye.